When you visit a Japanese shrine, have you ever seen mysterious women quietly walking through the grounds, clad in white robes and vibrant red hakama trousers? They are called Miko, shrine maidens. And while they historically served as shamans delivering oracles, in modern times they play a vital role in assisting Shinto priests. Their pure and dignified appearance now captivates people worldwide, and the number of foreigners visiting Japan to actually participate in a Miko experience is rapidly increasing. But did you know there are surprising differences between the Miko we see in anime and movies and the Miko in actual shrines? This time, let's uncover the real world of Miko, a world you thought you knew but didn't, in a quiz format. Let's start with question 1. Quiz 1. What sparks a foreigner's interest in Miko? When you visit a Japanese shrine, you can't help but be captivated by the sight of Miko wearing white robes and bright red hakama. Recently, the Miko Experience Workshop, where foreign women visiting Japan actually wear Miko attire and learn the manners of the shrine, has become extremely popular. Why have they developed such a strong admiration for the Miko, a religious figure unique to Japan? The number of foreigners participating in Miko experiences, or even working as Miko in Japan, has surged in recent years. What is the most common catalyst that led them to become interested in the Miko? A. Reading old Japanese historical papers and academic books. B. The influence of pop culture like anime and manga. C. Mistakenly believing it is part of ninja training. Hint: the culture that Japan boasts to the world, the one that people in their 20s have been familiar with since childhood, is greatly involved. Think of Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, and films directed by Makoto Shinkai. The correct answer is B. The influence of pop culture like anime and manga. Once a mysterious existence unique to Japan, the Miko is now admired by young people all over the world for her pure and dignified appearance. One American woman was captivated by the Miko's coolness after being inspired by an anime heroine she saw over 20 years ago. Like her, many foreigners first become familiar with the existence of Miko through Japanese pop culture such as anime and manga. The influence of works like Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, specifically Sailor Mars, Inuyasha, and the globally hit film Your Name is immense. The image of the Miko dancing on screen and sometimes fighting evil with mysterious powers is seen by overseas fans as a symbol of pure and unblemished Japanese beauty. Following the release of the film Your Name, foreigners who saw the Miko image in the movie flocked to apply, wanting to have the same experience. Foreign Miko actually working in Japan have explicitly stated in interviews, "If it weren't for the influence of anime, I wouldn't have been interested." They visit shrines not just for the sake of cosplay, but with a serious enthusiasm to learn the authentic traditions and deep spirituality that lie beyond the anime. Thus, the small curiosity born from anime has crossed the ocean and become an important gateway, inviting people to a Japanese traditional culture that has lasted for thousands of years. Modern Miko are also serving as a beautiful bridge connecting Japan and the world through the new magic of pop culture. If you love discovering the hidden rules behind Japanese culture, not just the tourist version, hit subscribe. Quiz 2. What is the typical retirement age for a Miko? Miko, who uphold Japanese tradition, appear to symbolize a beauty that has remained unchanged for hundreds of years. However, are you aware that there is a surprising limit to the period during which they can wear the attire and serve the deities? Although it is an admired profession, many Miko conclude their role while they are still young and move on to the next step. The period of service as a Miko is remarkably short compared to general occupations. So, when do Miko, who work as full-time staff at a shrine, typically reach their retirement or resignation? A. Late 20s, around 25 to 29 years old. B. Late 40s. C. Not fixed. They can continue for life. Hint: the image of the Miko in Japanese shrines is deeply linked to youth and purity. It's a world where you are already considered a veteran just a few years after graduating from college. The correct answer is A. Late 20s. It is common for women to start their path as Miko immediately after graduating from university or high school. They spend sacred days clad in white robes and red hakama, but their sacred career is surprisingly short. Traditionally, Miko have been required to be young and unmarried women. So many shrines set the retirement age in the late 20s. If they started working after college graduation, it is not uncommon for them to serve as a Miko for only a few years. One 24-year-old Miko mentioned that she starts to feel uncomfortable about her age when most of the people around her are students in their teens or early 20s. Even if no one tells them to quit, they become aware that they are filling a time-limited role in that place. However, retiring in the late 20s does not necessarily mean they completely leave the shrine. After retiring from the Miko role, they may switch from the red hakama to a staff uniform or hakama of a different color and continue to support the administration and operations as general staff. Due to recent labor shortages, there are also veteran specialists who remain at the shrine after retirement, serving as instructors for kagura, sacred dance. The time spent as a Miko is a special season, beautiful and fleeting like a cherry blossom that blooms for only a brief moment in life. Quiz 3. Is a license required to become a Miko? Miko have a mystical aura and work in the place closest to the deities. Many foreigners assume, surely strict training or a special religious qualification is necessary. However, a surprising truth is hidden when you look at actual shrine job postings and hiring requirements. Are official national qualifications or special licenses required to work as a Miko at a Japanese shrine? A. Yes. One must receive 4 to 5 years of specialized education at a university and obtain a national license. B. No, public qualifications or licenses are not necessary, but physical and mental health and certain grooming standards are required. C. Yes, one must pass a rigorous spiritual ability test and prove the power to hear the voice of the deities. Hint. To become a Kanushi, Shinto priest/priestess, who presides over shrine rituals, one must study at a specialized university and obtain qualifications. On the other hand, the key point is that the Miko role is to support the Kanushi. The correct answer is B. No, public qualifications or licenses are not necessary, but physical and mental health and certain grooming standards are required. No official national qualification or specialized certification is required to become a Miko in Japan, while becoming a Kanushi, who performs Shinto rituals and prayers, requires university coursework and rigorous training. The Miko is considered to be in a position to assist those activities. Therefore, it is very common for students to work as Miko on a part-time basis, jokin, during winter holidays, for example. However, just because a qualification is not required does not mean anyone can become one. A strict, unspoken aesthetic exists. Many shrines require long, straight black hair as an essential condition, and dyeing hair is prohibited. Furthermore, accessories such as nail polish, piercings, and rings are strictly limited to avoid defiling the sacred place. Regarding makeup, flashy eyeliner or false eyelashes are avoided, and a natural look that conveys cleanliness and purity is required. This is because Miko are expected to serve not just as staff, but as symbols embodying the sanctity of the shrine. When they actually start working, instead of studying for qualifications, they thoroughly learn manners, such as traditional bowing and correct language usage, even without a special license. By purifying themselves and maintaining a dignified appearance, they become guides on the sacred path to the deities. Quiz 4. What is the correct term when receiving an omamori, amulet, at a shrine? When visiting a Japanese shrine, many people acquire an omamori as a travel souvenir or a gift for a loved one. Imagine approaching the counter, juyosho, or conferral office, where the Miko stands and saying, "I want to buy one of these." However, in the traditional Shinto way of thinking, using the word buy for an omamori is considered inappropriate. When acquiring an omamori or ofuda, talisman, at a shrine, we do not use the word buy. So, what is the correct concept and term when receiving an omamori from a Miko? A. An omamori is rented, and the payment is called a deposit. B. An omamori is conferred or bestowed by the deity, Juyo, and the payment is called hatsuhoryo, first fruits fee. C. An omamori is ordered from the shrine, and the payment is called a tip. Hint. An omamori is not merely a product made in a factory, but is considered a sacred gift in which the power of the deity has been shared. Therefore, religious and respectful language is used instead of business terms. The correct answer is B. An omamori is conferred or bestowed by the deity Ju-oyo. And the payment is called heizuhoryo, first fruits fee. The Miko standing at the shrine's conferral office is not actually selling omamori. In the world of Shinto, an omamori is considered a sacred gift, where the deity shares their special power with us. Therefore, Miko use words like conferring, juyo, or sharing the omamori, on behalf of the deity, not selling. The money we pay is not the price of a product, but is called hatsuhoryo, first fruits fee, or osame, which originates from the custom of offering the first harvested rice to the deity that year. If you were to ask, how much does this cost? The Miko would gently tell you, the osame is 800 yen. Furthermore, Miko do not say thank you like in a general store. The formal greeting is welcome for your visit and worship. This is based on the humble idea that the person the worshiper should be thanking is the deity, not the people of the shrine. Also, because an omamori is a sacred item, placing it on the ground by mistake is considered disrespectful to the deity, and Miko handle them with extreme care. Learning this unique terminology and spirituality is an essential part of the training for modern Miko. The moment you receive an omamori at a shrine is not just a purchase, but a sacred ritual where you and the deity are bound by a special connection. Quiz 5. What is a Miko's surprising daily task? The image most people have of a Miko is the scene of them performing a sacred dance, kagura, in their colorful attire or handing over omamori at the conferral office. However, a large part of their duties throughout the day involves more mundane work that is essential for maintaining the sanctity of the shrine, work that is not depicted in anime or movies. What is the little-known daily life of a Miko? Behind the glamorous Shinto rituals, what is the surprising job that Miko perform every day without fail? A. Strict training such as standing under a waterfall. B. Cleaning the shrine grounds and feeding the carp in the pond. C. Daily 10-kilometer running training. Hint. Keeping the shrine constantly pure is fundamental for those who serve the deities. Caring for the beautiful creatures in the garden is also one of their important roles. The correct answer is B. Cleaning the shrine grounds and feeding the carp in the pond. In the quiet early morning before worshippers arrive, a Miko's day begins not with dance practice, but by picking up a bamboo broom, takeboki. For them, cleaning is not merely a chore, but a sacred act called saikai, the purification of the mind, body, and place. By carefully sweeping fallen leaves from the gravel and polishing the shrine buildings, they prepare a pure and unblemished space suitable for the deity to reside. It is also a common sight at shrines to see them managing the garden or feeding the colorful carp swimming in the pond, all while dressed in their beautiful white robes and red hakama. These mundane tasks are professional acts of service to assist the kanushi and maintain the beauty and order of the shrine as a sacred precinct. An American woman who participated in a Miko experience at an Osaka shrine was surprised that a large portion of the afternoon was dedicated to training, such as wiping and cleaning. She learned that in Japanese culture, a deep meaning of reverence for the deity is contained even within small actions like cleaning. While the Miko in anime fight evil with mysterious powers, the Miko in the real world silently protect the shrine from everyday evil spirits like dirt and disorder. This quiet and diligent service is what creates the dignified, sacred atmosphere that travelers from around the world feel when they visit Japanese shrines. In every sweep of the broom, the spirit of Japan, which has continued for thousands of years, and the heart that cherishes nature are embodied by the modern Miko. How did you find the quiz? The existence of the Miko, which we often see in anime and manga, is not just a character, but an essential role that has protected the spirituality and traditions of Japan for thousands of years. In modern times, influenced by anime like Your Name, the number of foreign women interested in Japanese culture and challenging themselves with a Miko experience in Japan is increasing. One participant mentioned that wearing the Miko attire makes her feel calm, as if she is being protected by something great. As we learned today, Miko are professional servants who not only perform beautiful dances, but also purify sacred places through early morning cleaning and connect worshippers with the deity through polite language. If you ever have the opportunity to visit a Japanese shrine, please pay attention to the Miko's movements and the way they hand over omamori. There, the pure and unblemished beauty of Japan is alive and breathing, more than just a tourist experience. With the knowledge you gained today, your feelings when passing under the shrine's Toridi gate will surely change a little. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Also, please tell us about your favorite Miko character or shrine experience in the comments section. See you in the next video!